This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Coming up, a local doctor has some back-to-school tips for parents, and Kent Jackson has another chapter of outdoor exploring. Welcome one and all, and thank you so much for taking some time to be with us. I'm Ken Carr with your local information from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. This Friday, there's an all-new episode of The Girls on SSPTV at 9 p.m. featuring Dr. Jody Lenko, the Assistant Medical Director of the Lehigh Valley Physicians Group in Hazleton. She talks about a lot of important topics, from mental health during the pandemic to keeping your kids healthy during the school year. Let's listen into part of the conversation that was started by one of the hosts, Deb Lassant.
A lot of people are just like saying, I don't care, I'm not going to wear a mask. How dangerous is that?
The mask situation is probably the most important and effective thing we can do as a community, whether this is a small community, a large community, to make this go away. The mask is the only defense that we have right now until a vaccine comes along. So that's what we have in our power to do. So take control of that, and that also helps. The fact that you are owning something and you can do it, and you can also have your kids do it as well. So it's incredibly important to wear a mask and make it fun, as you have.
Yeah, so when you talk to your children about the mask, I know for me sometimes, I don't like to wear the mask, but I wear it, and I say that, it's uncomfortable, it's hot, sometimes you feel like you can't breathe, but it's something that is required for us to do. So what are your recommendations for parents when they're talking with their children, going back to school? It's now mandated by the state that children wear their masks at all times during school. So yeah, that's a hard talk.
It is, it's hard. And I think the most important thing is as a parent, you sometimes have to lead by example and just put on a happy face. And we've done the fancy masks. I have pictures of the dog with the mask on, so we've tried to do it. And my kids are smaller, they're 6 and 8. So they, get a little bit more excited about some of those things. But I think just the attitude, it's like not even, and I think especially the younger kids, they're so used to following different rules that this is just another rule to them. I think just as long as it's presented as this is what we have to do if we want to go outside, if we want to go to the store, this is what we have to do. There's not a question, we just do it. So I think that's incredibly important. And then in terms of wearing the mask at school, it is going to be important to wear it all the time, except when you're eating. So our rule in my office is if I can see you and we're in the same room together, then we both need to have our mask on. So it doesn't matter if we're 6 feet, 10 feet, whatever, we're trying to be as safe as we can. And I think that's an important rule in school as well, because even if their desks are apart, they're going to be getting up and moving around. And, I think it's incredibly important to just encourage your kids to wear their mask all the time. It is a part of our new life right now.
What would you advise parents to do to check their children daily before they allow them to go to school, to watch for early signs of anything?
So the most important thing is, yes, to check the symptoms. And I mean, the ones that I look for most notably are the fever and the cough. Those are the two most likely signs and symptoms in kids. And that's been, established throughout this. And even though this disease is still pretty rare in kids, those are the two symptoms that are most likely to appear. So just make sure that they're upfront with it. And some kids are, they don't want to miss things. And you just have to make sure that they know that how important this is to be incredibly truthful with this information. So the cough, the fever, any type of difficulty breathing, although that's not as likely in kids, and then the other things like the sore throat, runny nose. Because the other thing that's going to happen is the kids are going to get colds, and it's not going to be coronavirus. And I think that's also important to know, that just because you might get a fever, it could be scary. Everybody has been hearing all these things, and it's incredibly important for the parents to say, okay, we're going to take a step back. We're going to, call your primary care doctor, call the pediatrician, call the family medicine doc, find out what we need to do. Don't panic yet.
Watch this full episode of The Girls this Friday at 9 p.m. on SSPTV, and then anytime at ssptv.com.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
We have a hazardous weather outlook from the National Weather Service with the possibility of strong storms and heavy rainfall Thursday and Friday. Here's our full forecast from the National Weather Service tonight: a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a low of 63 degrees. New rainfall amounts between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch. Then on Thursday, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Some storms could be severe with large hail and damaging winds, partly sunny with highs in the mid-80s. Thursday night, 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Again, some storms could be severe with large hail and damaging winds, mostly cloudy with a low of 66. On Friday, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 2 p.m., partly sunny with a high of 84. Friday night, a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a low of 65. Saturday, there's an 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms with a high of 79 degrees. Saturday night, an 80% chance of showers and a possible thunderstorm, low of 58. Sunday looks mostly sunny with a high of 72, and Sunday night mostly clear with a low of 50 degrees.
When the water level dropped at the ice lakes, some interesting driftwood rose to the surface. You'll see shapes and sculptures that nature has made. This one was suitable as a lawn ornament for one homeowner. This looked like a bird perched in the water to me, but there were real birds perched on the logs too. I followed this group of mallards around the lake. They tended to skedaddle whenever I paddled nearby. But I also saw herons and this green heron. Turtle picked this stump risen from the water as a place to sunbathe. And a $500,000 grant will allow workers to repair the dam at the ice lakes, but I hope they leave the stumps behind. They'll make good habitat for fish.
Coming up, Standard Speaker sports editor Dave Seaman lets us know what's on the minds of local athletes and coaches as they get ready for the fall high school sports season. And we continue our 2020 presidential election preview with the Luzerne County Democratic Party chair. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of the following: Marvin E. Kunkel II, 56 of Packer Township. The funeral is Thursday at 7 p.m. at the Philip J. Jeffries Funeral Home in Weatherly. Friends and family may call Thursday from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the funeral home. Condolences can be made at griffithsfuneralhomes.com. Mary Sotak Razin. Mass is Friday at 10 a.m. at St. Joseph's Church in Hazelton. Friends and family may call Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. at the Frank J. Bonnet Funeral Home in Hazelton. Jerome J. Havrilla, 81, formerly of Hazelton. Services were private. Albert P. Huff Jr., 53 of Hazelton. Services are private. The Boyle Funeral Home in Hazelton is assisting the family. Martha J. O'Pert, 94 of Freeland. The funeral is Saturday at 10:30 a.m. at the McNulty Funeral Home in Freeland. Mass is Saturday at 11 a.m. at Our Lady of Immaculate Conception Parish in Freeland. Friends and family may call Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. at the funeral home. And Charlotte Senke, 81 of Hazelton. The funeral is Saturday from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the Farrell Funeral Home in Hazelton. The social news is brought to you by Harmon Funeral Homes and Crematory. For information, call 570-788-0977 or go to harmonfuneral.com.